They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of display. Pill ill, y'all niggas better listen. I'm black 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 pill, I'm ill with this will. 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 I'm black pill, I'm ill with this will.
It's so important, guys. So important. By the way, women are the majority of voters in the United States.
Female content creators help the manosphere be balanced and prevent the formation of cults. She has agreed to an alliance with me and other balanced content creators to call out the bullshit and hypocrisies. I look forward to see the cat.
Hey everybody, what's up, man? It's Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. We would hold the truth hostage. Now, I touched up on this subject on, my last video, simp hunters, simp hunter signs. But, I had to make its own video, go into deeper detail. But basically, this video is entitled, Broke Men End Feminism. Broke men end feminism. And why do broke men end feminism? Well, you gotta look at the narrative behind feminism. The narrative behind feminism is men and women are quote unquote equal, when we all know that's a falsified narrative. It's falsified, whatever. But basically the broke man, is the nail in the coffin. The broke man is really the nail the nail in the coffin when it comes to both feminism, and I would even say it's a little harder for me to properly term it, but the broke man also is proof that there's a broke man is also proof that a lot of men claiming to be men's rights activists are actually false. They're falsified and liars. But let me start with why broke men end feminism. Why broke men end feminism. The reason broke men are the signs and the nail in the coffin on feminism is that the broke man is proof that women cannot handle economics like a man can. A woman can't handle an economical advantage as a man can without losing their humanity. Without losing their humanity. Basically, the broke man is proof that the more money a woman earns, the less human she becomes. And here's the reason why. Now, we all hear this online all the time. We've heard this, women saying, well, he has to make 6 figures. He's got to be 6 feet. He's got to have six long, whatever. But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem. We hear that one. But the thing is, when you hear a woman makes more money. So when you hear a woman makes more money, let's say a woman makes about $100,000, when a woman makes $100,000, she can only, the men she starts to look for actually decrease. It becomes that the man has to either make 100,000 like her, or he has to make more than her. And this is 100% proof that women cannot maintain their humanity when it comes to making more money. The reason for this is that when a man makes, let's say a man makes about $100,000, it does not change, the role a woman plays does not change based on her economics. Basically, if a man made $100,000, it doesn't matter to him if a woman is making the same amount of money, more money, less money, or no money. A man will still give the value that a woman brings and admits that it still exists. That's still a woman. That woman could have his child. That woman could be his girlfriend, his wife. That woman still can play her role, as a woman. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, biological woman, she can still play her role. Now, when a woman makes $100,000, a man, now a woman ignores the biological role a man plays. And when a woman makes more money, she starts devaluing and starts looking at, ways a man has to basically prove he's a man, even though, he's a man, he exists as a man. So in her eyes, he's no longer a biological man. You know what I'm saying? As in, he can't fulfill his role as a man unless he makes a certain amount of money. This is why the broke man proves that feminism is a scam and it's flawed. Absolutely flawed in that women just can't handle money without becoming dehumanized. Because what happens is that a woman makes $100,000 and all of a sudden any man who makes less than that is no longer a man. You know what I'm saying? She starts looking at that man as he can't fulfill his role as a man, even though that man can still impregnate her, that man can still protect her, still act as a source of protection. And we have a society that basically, jokes about this. How you have the stay-at-home man, where we live in a society that says, oh, he's a stay-at-home man, he's a failure, blah, 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 he's a failure. And the reason this shows how flawed the society we are in is that this is the same society that will say men and women can play the same roles. And the other thing is when society makes fun of a man who's, for example, a stay-at-home father, when society makes fun of that, and let's say the woman's the breadwinner, she earns more money than this man. When society makes fun of that, that's a sign that your society does not actually view men and women on the same economical scale and equally economical. You know what I mean? What do I mean by equally economical? What I mean by that is that men and women can both earn money. You know what I'm saying? Both men and women can earn money, and both men and women can choose what they will do with their money. When you live in a society that basically downplays a man for not being able to earn more than the woman he's with, that society is basically saying that women and men are not viewed the same when it comes to their earning power and what they can do with their money. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at it like this, that, okay, she earns more, she earns more than the man, okay? So what's wrong? And remember, we're in a society that's basically saying men and women are equal. You know what I'm saying? We can be economically equal to one another when it comes to our earning power. So when that society basically says that a woman earning more money than her man, that's a negative. That society is basically saying that that society is basically saying there's a sexist role sexist role when it comes to economics. You know what I'm saying? Just like a man can basically date a woman who has little to no money at all, women are in the same position. So it should not be viewed as wrong or either role playing wrong, because look at it. When you're in a system where, you know, for example, when men make more money and take care of a woman who doesn't earn as much or doesn't make money at all, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear any negative talking points. You just hear, oh, he's taking care of his woman and his wife, whatever. You don't hear no negative points. You know what I'm saying? But when it's in reverse, where the woman earns more money and she's the breadwinner, she's the main household winner, she's making more money than the man, now they degrade that man. They basically say, oh man, you know, he should be earning more money than her. He's not a man. He's not a man of the household. He's not a man at all. And this shows you basically the hypocrisy of the society you're in. It shows you the hypocrisy. And then it shows you just how wrong feminism is, because you will have these same feminists saying, you know, we're equal with men, we can think the same as men. But when it comes to making money, the more money a woman makes, the less humanized she becomes. She becomes dehumanized. And in all honesty, what happens is a woman becomes more aligned and akin to that of a bank. That of a bank. What do I mean, that of a bank? Well, she starts looking at every man as though a bank account. You know what I'm saying? So she starts looking at the man as his value to her, the bank, is based on how much money is in his account. You know what I'm saying? How much money is in his account. You know what I'm saying? So she starts looking at this man, oh, the more money he has, the more he brings to her, the bank. You know what I mean? So a lot of women, and it proves that feminism, this is very scammed, that women and men are equal when there's no way. You know, women and men aren't equal when it comes to, of course, physiology, biology, we know that, but also on an economical level. The fact that when a woman makes more money than a man, it disqualifies that man and makes him less human in her eyes. And it actually removes him from being able to play the role of a man when he absolutely can. He can still impregnate her, he can still protect her, he can still be a man of the household and play his role. You know what I'm saying? Whether he makes more money or not, just as a woman can play her role to her man if she makes no money or not. She makes money or no money at all. You know what I'm saying? This is why the broke man is the nail in the coffin. In fact, anytime a woman basically says, you know, I make $100,000, my man has to make the same amount or makes more than me to qualify to date her, you have to basically eliminate her from the pool. You know what I'm saying? And this is a reason why a lot of men internally, you know, when you hear a woman makes more money, a lot of men will step away and actually, you know, lower her from his point of interest, because men know that when women make more money, they start to behave less like women. They start to be dehumanized. You know what I'm saying? They're no longer women. It's a lot harder for you to relate to her, and it's a lot harder to talk to her, because the more resources a woman obtains, the more it corrupts and dehumanizes her. Versus a man, when a man makes more money, it does not change how he views women at all. You know what I'm saying? You could line up, let's say you could line up about 5 men. You know, one's a millionaire, one's a billionaire, one's broke, you know what I mean, one's homeless. You know what I'm saying? And put a beautiful woman in front of them, you know what I'm saying? They will all look at her the same way. They will all look at her the same way. That's a woman. They know the role she can and cannot play. Now, you do the same thing with a woman that makes more money, you know what I'm saying? And she won't be able to, look at that man as any value. This also applies to, women that are broke when they look towards a man based on money. Now the thing is this, it makes sense. Now, if this woman is looking to be a mother, of course, she's gonna need money. They're gonna need resources so she can have that child, take care of that child. You know what I mean? So, that makes sense. It makes sense that a woman would want a man with some resources so when she has a child, they can take care of this child and they'll have enough money, income, and resources gathered that they could take care of this kid and provide for it. But, like I was saying, the broke man is literal proof that women cannot, maintain their humanity when they make money. They can't. And a lot of men will naturally disqualify that woman when she makes a lot of money. Of course, a lot of guys, when it comes to that red pill crap, like I said, the red pillers look at everything from a surface level. They look at things from a surface level and they can't go deeper to the root of the issue like a black pillar can. Because, the black pill, we're just looking for the absolute truth of the matter and the facts and all that. So, a red pillar wouldn't be able to give you this type of thinking and knowledge, because they look at surface level. They can't look at the root, So when women make more money, men will naturally, of course, disqualify her because the man knows he's no longer dealing with a woman. He's dealing with a dehumanized woman. She will always be looking at you based on how much more money you make than her or whether you make the same amount of money. She can't just look at you as a man. That's a man. He'll do what men can do and he brings to the table what men can. So when you look at, So when you look at a woman with money, she becomes dehumanized. Now, another thing you gotta look at with this scenario is that, where a broke man also proves a lot of men claiming to be male rights activists or for men trying to help men are actually frauds and hypocrites. Because now in the black manosphere, they call these guys Pookies and Ray Rays. They call them Pookies and Ray Rays. In the manosphere as a whole, the white manosphere or the majority of the manosphere, you'll hear Chad and Tyrone, and you'll hear a lot of guys complain and be jealous of your Pookie and Ray Ray. Basically, guys get jealous when men that have no money can actually obtain interest from women to the point where a woman will take care of that man. She'll pay that man's rent. She'll give him a room and board, a house, and all that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men are jealous of that, and a lot of men hate on that. Because a lot of these men basically prove that with their hatred of the broke man being taken care of by a woman, a lot of these men basically prove that they are actually against economical equality and the power of economics brings towards women, and men. You know what I'm saying? Because in one breath, you'll hear this a lot in the manosphere. You'll hear them say, well, men and women make the same amount of money. A woman should be willing to split the bill. A woman makes her own money. She should be able to take care of herself and her own things and her own occupations. But these same men will be against a man who makes less money being taken care of by a woman. These same men that will say, you know, men and women are both earning money. Men and women can basically are equal when it comes to their economical ability and advantages, where they can, you know, what they can do with their money. So a lot of these guys will hate on a broke man for getting a woman to basically take care of him, spend money on him, house him, feed him, you know, cook for him, whatever, buy him stuff. A lot of men will hate on your Pookie, Ray, your Chads and Tyrones that don't even need money and can have a woman take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Can have a woman play the role of the bread earner. You know what I'm saying? And the men that are hating on these guys basically prove that they're not able to actually accept that men and women stand on the same level when it comes to what they can and can't do with their money. Just like a man can basically protect and provide, let's just say provide, it's like a man can provide for a woman. We're at the point where a woman can provide for a man. You know what I'm saying? So a woman could provide for her man, and, you know, he could basically be the house husband or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Men and women can both play that role. You know what I'm saying? Can both play that role. But a lot of these men hating on the Pookies and Rays or, you know, Chad and Tyrone's, guys that are just, they don't need to bring no money to the table, and the woman will just, you know, take care of them and be, you know, handle that, you know. And another thing is, this also proves that a lot of these guys do not actually believe that a woman could just take care of them and love them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these guys are so jealous that they don't qualify to be amongst the men that a woman will just, and we know this in the black pill community, and I've created this term called attraction equals safety, and attraction is the entry. Basically, if a woman's attracted enough to you, she'll basically feel completely safe around you. And in some cases, a woman, if she's attracted to you enough, she'll literally, you know, be willing to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? House you, clean you, whatever, take care of you. Because she's that attractive to you. You know, and you don't even need to bring any money to the table. She'll buy your drink, your room and board. They'll pay for everything. I mean, a good example of this is look at Jeremy Meeks. Jeremy Meeks literally, I think, got I think this woman was worth $100 million. An heiress, took care of him, you know, had his child, whatever. That woman just is infatuated with him. You know what I'm saying? The money, his money doesn't matter. You know, so a lot of guys are jealous that they can't be a man that just brings themselves to the table. No money, nothing. They just bring who they are to the table, and that woman will basically accept that as enough, and she'll even take care of them, split the bill, pay the bill, all that. You know, the broke man is proof. You know, the broke man is the missing link between feminists and men's rights activists. You know, men claiming to be for men. You know, and that's even in the red pill community. Red pill community, there's a lot of men from the red pill to MGTOW that absolutely hate on the broke man. The broke man obtaining a wife, the broke man obtaining a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stories you could see online all over the internet, from red pillars to, you know, you got your, you know, red pillars, your MGTOW guys, your purple pilled guys, you know, you got the gray pillars. There's a lot of men hating on the broke man, because the broke man can obtain a woman's attention, admiration, attraction. Once the broke man can get that, a lot of these guys are jealous. I mean, there's a whole section. You go to the black manosphere, you'll hear this every day. Pookie and Ray Ray, the hatred, the venomous level of hatred towards a broke man for being able to have a woman take care of him economically, when we're in a modern society where women make enough money to take care of their man. You know what I'm saying? Where the women make enough money to take care of their man, and you have guys that are so jealous, so angry. You know what I'm saying? So angry that they're not the ones who can command this level of dedication from a woman, that a woman will literally accept them for having no money, take care of this man, house him, clean him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we have a whole section of men just hating on that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these men are jealous. They're jealous that they can't be, off their attraction, just obtain this level of treatment from a woman. And this basically proves that when these men hate on these broke men that don't have anything, can still get a woman to be loyal to them. When these men hate on that guy, they basically prove that they don't actually believe, these guys don't actually believe in, a woman can actually love them or be with them for no reason at all than who they are. You know what I mean? They don't actually believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you believed in that, you would accept and respect when a man is just being taken care of and housed and cleaned by a woman. You know what I'm saying? He don't even need to bring nothing to the table for her to be disloyal to him, But instead, you got jealousy, And like I said, the broke man is literally the missing link. The broke man is proof that feminism is falsified and doesn't actually exist. This sense of equality and all that BS you keep seeing being pushed doesn't exist, because when a woman looks at a broke man, you know what I'm saying, if she makes more money, if she looks at a broke man, she doesn't see a human anymore. She doesn't see a human being. You know what I'm saying? She judges that man strictly off the income he brings and the money he has, based on her making a certain amount of money. And then the same thing, you have the broke man proves, the broke man also proves that the woman without money, when women are basically making these demands, he's got to be 6 figures, 6 foot tall, 6 long, whatever. That broke man is also proof that these women are so, unlike a man, they're so driven by materialism that they can't even accept the man beyond the materials he brings. You know what I'm saying? So the broke man is literally, the broke man is the center and proof that feminism is falsified. This narrative that women and men are equal even on a mental playing field, when in actuality we're not at all. We're not at all. I mean, if you were to basically use the broke man as a standard to determine, if a woman is worthy or, what I'm saying, just feminine, you would end up removing probably over 80% of women from the table. You know what I'm saying? Because if any woman brings up money and how much a man has to earn to be with her, it's a sign that she's not humanized. She's been dehumanized and so materialistic that, she can't even see a man as a man. She can't even see a man as a man and playing his role unless he meets these materialistic standards. You know what I'm saying? So it's an absolute sign that, you know, men and women are completely different, because money does not change the role a woman can play in the eyes of a man. Money doesn't do anything when it comes to the role a woman can play in the eyes of a man. But in the eyes of a woman, money literally determines the role a man can play, or if a man exists, unless she's infatuated to him based on his attraction. But even that over time depletes if he doesn't make some money. You know what I mean? So, you know, depending, you know, but the broke man is literally, he's the nail in the coffin. He's the missing link, the nail in the coffin of feminism. And the broke man is literal proof that any man claiming to be for men and trying to help men is a scam artist. Because if that man who's trying to help men, quote unquote, a men's rights activist, a red pillar, a purple pillar, MGTOW, and, you know, all this, and if this man brings up, well, you know, you got to make a certain amount of money to keep some women and make them and, you know, have women and all that, that man is just proving that he's not actually for men. Because, you know, this is what the black pill's about, man. The black pill, we know, man. We know if a man is attractive enough, you know, his attraction can basically, you know, make up for his lack of economical standings. So, you know, but, you know, this has been the video. Like I said, the broke man is literally proof, man. Whenever a feminist comes to talk to you, tries to drop this feminist crap, all you gotta do is ask her, could she be with a broke man? You ask her, could she be with a broke man? He brings no money to the table. He just brings himself. And if that feminist replies with, well, you know, he's got to make some money for me to be with him, blah, 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 then she basically proved that feminism is a scam. Because if she can't just look at a man and accept him being a man and the role he can play with or without money, it's proof that she's dehumanized and too materialistic to have a logical perspective at all. And then for the men, you bring up the broke man and say, well, you know, man, you know, can a broke man get a woman? Can a broke man get a woman? And if that man you're talking to basically says no, and he shouldn't have a woman and all that stuff, that man basically proves that he's not actually for supporting men, and he's actually doesn't know anything about men. You know, certain men can command a certain level of attention and dedication depending on their appearance and, you know, stature and all that stuff. So the broke man is literally, now I forget the word, but the broke man is literally the number one talking point you need to bring up. You know what I'm saying? You bring up the broke man towards a feminist, and, you know, you'll win that conversation ASAP. You bring the broke man to basically a men's rights activist, man in the manosphere, you know, whatever. Red pillar, you know, gray pillar, the gray pillar might know, but, you know, the purple pilled guy, whatever. You bring up a broke man, and if any man says, well, you know, you gotta make some money, blah, 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 then that man does not actually respect or understand what men can command from a woman. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this has been Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. We would hold the truth hostage. Peace.
It's so important, guys. So important. By the way, women are the majority of voters in the United States. Like
Pill ill, y'all niggas better listen. I'm black 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 pill, I'm ill with this will. 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 They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of display.
Female content creators help the manosphere be balanced and prevent the formation of cults. She has agreed to an alliance with me and other balanced content creators who call out the bullshit and hypocrisies. I look forward to see the cat